Hello everyone, welcome to Reflections again today, and I've got good news for somebody. There's an interesting story in the Bible. In Genesis 18, the Lord paid Abraham and Sarah a visit. And God said, because again Abraham and Sarah they were chronologically old in terms of age. And they had believed God for a child earlier on in their life, and now, Sarah had totally given up that she couldn't have children because and so the Lord visited, and the Lord said, by this time next year, that Sarah would have a child. And Sarah laughed. I think the only reason Abraham did not laugh was probably because he was right there physically in the presence of the Lord, but Sarah thought she was hiding somewhere and thought that maybe God could not see her. And that's another thing with us. We think that because other people can't see us, that God can't see us. So she laughed where she was, and God said, "Sarah, you laughed." She said, no, I didn't. I did not laugh. But she had laughed. She said, "Really? Now that I am old, after I am old, and even my husband is this old, now we are going to have children, really? Incredible." And she began to laugh. So somebody out there, I don't know what it is that you feel, that can never happen again. I'm not qualified, I'm too old, I don't have the necessary resources, and so forth and so on. You may be old, but God is not old. Sarah may have been old, but God was not old. Stop limiting God. Stop putting him in a box. Stop putting the restrictions that apply to you to the Lord. This week we've looked at instances that defied nature. How do you pour oil from a little bottle and it continues to fill container after container after containers that each one of them were tens of times the size of the bottle itself, and it continued to fill up containers until a room full of containers came into being? From one small bottle to a room full of containers with oil in it. How do you explain that? Or how do you explain a little boy's lunch? 2 fish, 5 loaves of bread, 1 little boy's lunch, and thousands of grown men eat from it, thousands more of women and children from just one lunch. How do you explain that? Our God is a God of wonders. He defies nature. You cannot explain him. That's why we call these things miracles. They have no explanation. They fall outside natural order. If you try to reason out how some things will be done, how some problems will be solved, you will be like Sarah and laugh like, now I'm old. Or you will be like that widow woman who said, I don't have anything. In fact, you will be like the disciples who had seen Jesus perform miracles, who said, where are we going to get bread to feed all these people? Anyway, if you really want to know, the only food here is 1 little boy's lunch. I want to encourage somebody, and I want to really, and I also want to rejoice with somebody today, because what God will do is going to totally blow your mind. Totally, absolutely blow your mind. Because all those restrictions and limitations and natural barriers that you think apply to God will be blown apart right in your face. As God steps out of the natural you want to put him into the supernatural. I want you to know that God is not old, not limited, and cannot be contained in a box. The way he did it for X is not necessarily the way he will do it for you. As I always say, he has 1,000,001 ways of doing what he wants to do to bless you. So, relax. Let God have his way so that you will enjoy the blessing. Again, it's from your Bilana Reflections.